I mean, I think the legacy of a lot of this stuff is environmental racism, right? So racism isn't just about you live in that neighborhood, I live in this neighborhood. It's about you live in that neighborhood and I'm going to put all the other crap that I don't want in my city in your neighborhood, so you're going to live near all the pollution, all the traffic, all the, your environment is going to be terrible in terms of overcrowding and poor housing conditions and terrible schools and, the health effects that high stress, high crime environments inflict on people. And so quite literally your environment is going to be part of what is kind of breaking you down as a person. And these things are going to be layered on top of layer on top of layer on top of layer. And so the legacy of environmental racism is really hard to overcome, right? It's this because it's so much stuff on top of each other. And I think that a lot of environmentalism is green without understanding any of that history of environmental racism. So that environmentalism becomes about, the car that you drive and not about where we put power generating facilities in the city or, why certain neighborhoods have such higher rates of asthma than other neighborhoods, right? And sort of the ways in which that's all linked with race and class too. So I think environmentalism is sort of like multiculturalism. It has lots of different meanings. So if our understanding of environmentalism is purely about like the natural environment, whatever that means, then that's not a full environmentalism, right? Because the urban environment is also an environment. And so we have to remake the entire package, right? It's not just about, environmentalism isn't about recycling, right? And it's not just about closing down the coal-burning power plants in Little Village and Pilsen. It's about making sure that then the people of Pilsen and Little Village receive some direct benefit from whatever happens to those closed down coal-burning power plants, because they're the ones who suffered the negative consequences of it for 110 years. So those kinds of connections is what we need to do for environmental, in terms of making sure environmentalism actually achieves social change, which is what it should do, rather than just like environmental change. If we all start driving Priuses, that's not an environmental revolution, right? That's a consumer revolution. That's just a change in consumer preferences, right? Environmentalism needs to be much deeper than that.